say the things that I have in me to able to express it using in
We
words.
can see that it is obvious that poetry is winning.
It's a form of art.
Hello viewers, I'm Miss Kadijata Sow. You're watching us from our main studio here at Sokoto Lambai. This is your program, The Poetry Slam. The Poetry Slam program is a TV platform geared towards facilitating the fascinating journey of poets and poetess to showcase their respective talents and disclose their journey towards poetry. Today in the studio, I have a special guest, an amazing young man, one of the most respectful, cool, amazing poets in the Gambia. But before he formally introduces himself, do follow us on all our social media platforms. We are on Twitter, YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, etc. Assalamu alaikum mbokk seetaankat yi ñoo dellu di leen nuyuwaat gërëm leen sant leen si ànd bi nga xam ne saa su ne yéen a ko ànd ak Jongul Online TV rawatina nag seen programme Poetry Slam. Poetry Slam programme bu ees la programme bi nga xamante ne dañoo andi poète si ñu wone seen mun-mun seen xam-xam so duñ def dara du bàyyi suma special guest bi mu introduce boppam. Assalamu alaikum.
Yeah, assalamu alaikum to each and everybody that is viewing Jungle TV online. My name is Mr Fofana, but commonly called as Fofana Kanyi, that kekendo. Yeah, I am a spoken word poet, and it's a talent that I have, and I am trying to, make the best use of it to at least say the things that I have in me to able to express it using in words. So basically, that is my humble self.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, Fofana Kanyi, thank you for that succinct introduction. Fofana Kanyi, the man with the two surnames, as I always say. So what is the mystery behind these two surnames? Why these two?
Well, it's not two surnames. It's just like when you say Jello, you say Jerry.
Okay.
When you say Bar, you say Barpulo and stuff like that.
Okay.
So also if you say Fofana, you can say Fofana Kanyi. Yeah, I decided to, use Fofana Kanyi in order to represent who I am and what I am, not just to, represent other people's culture, because I'm a Gambian, so therefore trying to represent my culture and who I am, and that is why I decided to stick to my surname. Yeah.
Okay, that is so great. Like we can see that it is obvious that poetry is winning. Everywhere you go now, people are doing poetry. So what motivates you to do poetry?
Well, writing has been part of me since I was a kid, and I cannot say the particular age and that I started writing. But then I can remember in my primary six, yeah, I started writing. That was the time that I take it seriously. And for poetry, I think I was inspired by Usman Rahman. He's no more doing poetry, he's more into another stuff, and many people don't know him, So I was listening to Capital FM. I heard in his voice, and I was inspired by it. Though I started writing.
Okay.
But then, to be more specific, I took the spoken word seriously in 2019, and ever since things have been good.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that is so good. So we are saying thank you for that. Thank you, Usman, for that motivation. Okay, so like, what are the challenges you face as a poet? Because poets sometimes they face too much of challenges. Yan challenges you face since you start the deaf poetry?
Bari na. Most especially kuma ham. Ngay déglu suma poem yi wala suma taalif yi di nga xam ne duma di nëbba dara. And I am that spoken word artist I am so straightforward when it comes to my poems, and come to Madela Hadigadal. So sometimes when I release my poems, I face a lot of criticisms, but I am a person who doesn't actually care about what people say about me and how they feel about me. That is so natural. So, and maybe sometimes you can also say, specifically, I think these are the challenges that I personally face. Okay. Because normally I am so satirical, because I can remember someone telling me, okay, you are a good spoken word artist, but you cannot be having a lot of platforms in this country because of the kind of poems that I, do and stuff. So I told the individual that, okay, fine, so be it. I don't care whatsoever is the truth, and I feel like it's something that people need to hear. I will write it and I will speak about it. So basically that is it.
Okay, that is so amazing. Okay, like as a poet, cause ñun su maas yi xam nga dañ dee dégg poetry but yow mi as a poet, how do you view poetry? Lan nga ñu mun a wax si poetry? ñun ñi nga xamante ne xamuñ dara si poetry, lan nga ñu mun a wax?
Well, poetry, to define it, people have different definitions.
I say, what is your view?
Yeah, that is right. People have a lot of definitions, but personally, I think when it comes to spoken word poetry, is to express the emotions that you have using words. You know, using words to able to express it. It's a form of art. It's just like when it comes to someone that do painting, the emotions and the feeling that the individual got is what the individual would put on the paper. And as a poet too, your emotions and feelings is what you put into words to able to express it out for people to actually know what you are trying to say. It's just like Muhammad daf day draw rek.
Exactly.
Lum nekk si xelam loolu la day draw si paper.
Yeah,
so
sure.
it's also when it comes to poetry, it's the same thing. That is why it's a field of art too, because it's all about creativity and using words to able to express yourself. So when it comes to poetry, we have spoken word poetry and we also have poetry in general. So man, I categorize myself as a spoken word poet, you know, because poetry in general is more of using coded languages. And when you talk about coded languages, more of like languages that are very rich, that one have to take your time in order to break it down and know the meaning. So when it comes to spoken word, it's so straightforward. Come no nekadi one people can understand it and they can able to relate it. So lulu mo neka poetry dal si man.
Okay, jërëjëf, and foog naa dégg nañ loo wax, and like mun nga ñu recite benn poème ci sa poésie nga xool benn rek nga recite ko.
Yeah, I can go with one of my favorite pieces right now, and here it goes. With my voice of sincerity, I am reciting this poem. I am here to ring the bell to alert you to wake up. To wake up from your sleep, cause these people, they preach what they do not practice. They talk, but they don't do. All they want is to chop, and go. They say they love us, but I say no, they do not. Our stomach are biting us and they do not care. See, deaf ears are given to our cries. Blind eyes to our heart, pain to our heart ache, they are our source of our pain. The pain that pain us is them. See, my heart is heavily beating with exasperation and anger. I am not happy. Our system is floppy, so if I have a heart and kidney problem, if I don't travel to overseas, I will die. A man's heart is always trembling when his woman is in labor. Sad nation. Our aspiration is always been murdered by those whom we entrusted it to. We are unhappy with our economic situation like a childless woman. We are suffering in our own yard like an orphan. Our suffering is laid so plain even the blind man can see. See, anytime that I write, they said I am always against them. But what kind of citizen will sit down and watch his nation to get lost in the dark when he got the pen to write to set light for people to see, when he can be the eyes for the blinds and the ears for the deaf? Suñu yaay yaa ngi sona si marché bi tey ñu toog fii ëllëg ñu toog nale jaay bi doxatul suñu baay yaa ngi jaaxal. See, this pain of seeing our parents going through is what tempted our brothers to risk their life into this journey. Some made it, some died. Mommy and daddy did not set their eyes on their body. See, them youth can't take this no more. Them feel tired about the system that is not free. Them can't bear the situation. Things are getting tough and rougher. You have to understand. Them youth are living in a stress and pain. So you have to free the system. So buy my dog coffee like my
Wow. Boy, like, I don't even know what to say, but like, so I'm a poem, I'm a poem. Guess nga mala deglu sa mangi mix up because of sa poem. So it seems like sa poem, sa government may nga ko binda.
Well, you can
like deglu dina xamne sa poem bi da nga whole country bi num demé hanga government bi nga nek di waxal dal.
Like, it's not only about the government. Comme nekut government kese, it's just about everybody ku xamantene you are involved when it comes to decision making, starting from home down to up there, because everything starts from home. You know, if home is well trained, up there will be fine. So it's like everybody is involved, not just talking about one only individual. Specifically, yes, we can say maybe those that are held with the responsibility, they can have a great, they have a great share in it, but it's for everybody. Yeah.
But your this poem is nice. To be honest, so poem bi dafa overnight.
Yeah, because what I am saying is like comme yaa ngi koy gis every day si dëkk bi. So
Yeah, sure.
that is the reason that you
moo tax
can.
yow like boo ko doon wax like ku ko comme déglu dina xam ne yow da nga toog nga xool country bi nu mu nekk di demee right now so nga ne xaaral ma binda.
Yeah, exactly. Like normally those are my poems. If you go to my YouTube channel, so they may Fofana nga de dega. Like normally I mun I bind a poem kun haman put for him to feed them fairly entertain to min na koy def why dama foog ne lulu right now is not necessary.
Okay.
That is the most important thing is like nem dega nen gis like manak yow lu nekk di fii su dëkk bi and other people lu nekk di fii
Yeah,
su dëkk
sure.
bi. So loolu moo tax ma dee binda for some poem pour xam nga nit yi mun a jàng foofu noonu and able to relate so that people that can do something about it can do something.
Like, hang on, like what you're doing is very good because you're right now munga serve as the voice of the voiceless. Li mo nekk njëriñu poète, li mo nekk njëriñu artiste, hanga yooyu noonu ak journaliste yi. Hanga ñu ñoo am defi doole bi pour ñu wax so ne lañ wax am na ñoo xam ne gaa ñu ngi face difficulties si sax but like nekkuñ di wax so yéen seen maas yi soo leen di wax at least ñeneen ñi dégg ko dina xam ne hanga rek dinañ si gis seen boppa daal. Understand nga?
Yeah,
so it is very good. This poem is very good.
So
Like since you started doing poetry, lan nga achieve? Since you study deaf poetry, what are your achievements?
Well, people have their different way of let's say to define what achievement is all about. Why what Luma achieve on poetry on my area is that I have a lot of people that will come to me and say like I love what you're doing and I want to be like me and I'll be like yeah and that really you know so suma dege lolo dama dey hold small baba my head small baba I'm like okay I have a lot of people that will come to me and be like I want to be like Fofana Kanyi I want to be like you and stuff like that so siman lol dal it's something that is really you know impressive and that is why always lumay wax dam ko dey sentu bu baax.
Sure.
And I think that is an achievement for me. And also another achievement that I am really proud of is when I performed at the Saudawda International Peace Conference. I was a guest poet there as one of the main guest poets.
Okay.
And also I will say I have another achievement that is I took part in a poetry competition where I went up to the final. That is based on gender-based violence. Okay, and I went up to the final, though I did not win, but then Alhamdulillah was part of the finalists. So yeah, all along by the biggest achievement that I will say that I have is people appreciating the work that I am doing and coming to me and you know showing it out, you know. So that is the biggest achievement.
To me, only that is a great thing.
Yeah, so
sure. To me, only that is a great thing. So like among all your poems, ban nga read nga feel so bopa nga feel sad. Understand come anywhere you go suñ ko play rek dang lay yek sa bopa ci poem bi dang lay feel sad. What is that poem? We want to know. Like we want to know and I guess the audience also want to know deeply.
That would be difficult. And like man personally poem bu ma binda I feel it. Any poem that I binda I feel it. Well, I think maybe a specific line in a poem can be a favorite among my poems. That is this poem that I just recited. That is suñu yaay yaa ngi sonal si marché bi tey ñu toog fii ëllëg ñu toog nale jaay bi doxatut suñu baay yaa ngi jaaxal. This pain of seeing our parents going through is what tempted our brothers to risk their life into this journey. Some made it, some died. Mommy and daddy did not set their eyes on their body. I think line bi dam ko dey yëg because I have a lot of close friends that have, you know, took this journey and eventually some of them lost their life and some of them really suffered along the way. So this part, in the entirety of all the poems that I have wrote, this part is one of my favorite. Yeah.
Okay. Léegi moom nañ dem ñu wax about sa big event bi.
So
big event, understand nga so yëg na ne yaa ngi war a launch album. So nañ wax boobu noonu at least hanga so like we are comme hanga rek xam na ne yaa ngi ñoo launch event te di nga face yeneen jafe-jafe di nga face yeneen hanga challenges so like what are you planning si event boobu noonu.
Well, I'm planning to launch my first ever spoken word poetry album that is entitled as the Kekendo Nota. So basically, at first I never wanted to do an album launching, but then I have a lot of people that be like, everyone is doing their own. So when actually are you going to do your own? I told them I am not ready, and any year that I'm ready, so I will do the launching. So I feel like this year I should do it because I owe it to the people that have been supporting, and even it is for 5 people or 10 people, I owe it to them because they have been showing real love. So the title of the album Kekendo Nada, it sounds a little bit funny, and I have a lot of titles that I can use, to make sure that can be captivating. But this title, I was inspired by a kid, Hale, Mama inspired with this title. Come the phone where I was working in the office, and my son Aldimawane Dinkendo nata Fofana nata Fofana Kanyi Dinkendo. So at some point I was like, okay, this one is just disturbing you. So when I went home, it keeps ringing in my mind. Then I picked my phone, started writing about Dinkendo nata. Then that is where I said, okay, this title and this poem will be the cover of my album Dinkendo nata, because it's more of like I am trying to represent who I am and what I am to the society. So when I Dinkendo nata monika dombi bah nyuna,
Okay.
it's like kan monika dombi bah la moy sa role si beka di askan bi. So lo mo tax mana okay bay ma jël dombi bah bi ñuna. So I decided to work on it. Yeah.
Dombu bah bi ñuna Dinkendo nata.
Yeah.
Wow, that is amazing. So how are you planning this event?
Well, I am planning a lot, because I am going to invite a lot of my colleagues. A lot of my colleagues
People
that are in the poetry scene. Jukes the Magical will be there. Genius Jangha will also be there. The Last Poet King, and you can name all the poets, because I can say I will invite most of the poets that will come, and I will also in that event try to feature young kids that are coming up.
Wow.
And I can say basically on that day you will be surprised with.
You have a good intention.
Yeah, you will have these kids that will come on stage, and some of them will be performing with me, and some of them will be performing by themselves. These are kids that are so good, and they will be there. So basically, that's the event for you, and we expect lot of things, lot of amazing things. By month by
a surprise.
Yes, so.
Okay. So like those kids you mentioned, are you the one training them?
Well, yes, they are directly working with me and with some of the colleagues. I will not take the credit, and honestly, I would say 95% of the credit will go to the kids, because they are the ones that are doing more of the efforts and stuff. So yeah, basically, I'm working with them and with my colleagues like Almame Jallo, Marietu, Fadia. All these are people that are helping these kids to come up and do amazing stuff.
Okay.
Yeah.
How will it be like, this program, this Dinkendo? How will it be like?
Well, the day of the event, people will actually get to know what I am as a poet, and yeah, what is my intention as a poet too, and what message am I trying to send on that very day, and also that will give them the definition of who Fofana Kanyi is and who is Usainu Fofana.
Okay.
So it's quite different, like
who is Fofana Kanyi
and
who is Usainu Fofana.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because naturally I am a side type, so magise outside is way different, and when I am on stage.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. So yeah, basically I am going to do, and also that very day we will be talking culture will be displayed and other stuff like that. So amazing stuff.
Bes bu kay dañu jël rules bi tégué ko na dé nga ñu dugg ci stage bi jaxal ko.
Yeah.
Duma wax rek comme like yow noko waxé ba mu nekk surprise. Mu nekk surprise.
Yes.
Okay. So like, do you have any sponsor?
Well, Gambia sponsor moy lolo. Like personally, I am very stubborn in my head. I don't put my eggs on one basket, in one basket rather. So yeah, we will be looking for sponsors, but I will not be depending on them, because Gambia fee, if we are not up there, okay, they do la fale. So yeah, we were looking for sponsors, but yet still we did not have sponsor. So anyone that want to sponsor us, you are free to come and join us in this program because it's not even going to be a sponsorship; it's going to be a partnership.
Okay.
Yeah. So any company, any philanthropist, any individual, kung hamanda na danga buga nyo, to be part of the history, you are welcome to come.
Okay, Fofana Kanyi, what should fans expect from you on the day of the program?
A whole lot. And a whole lot.
Okay.
You know. Kung hamanda na danga buga, you know, what you want to see and what you want to know, just come on the day of the event and I'll really tell you who Fofana Kanyi is and what I am made of. And I think my performances in other events can just be a justification of what they will expect on that very day. Yeah.
Okay, as a young boy, lan nga wax sa yeneen morom ñi nga xam ne ñu ngi come up.
Well, just be yourself. You know, you just don't have to be Fofana Kanyi to be what you want to be. You just have to, you know, be your own self, you know, and ngagom sa bopa.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Bobu mom bobu is a very important key. Nga gom sa bopa, nga gom loy def.
So.
Yeah. Lo non yow soko amé ci yow rek, it's okay, you are good to go.
Exactly.
Waye fo gomulo sa bopa, nit ki mën na la dem discriminate la sax. Xanga mu nga wax man mom mënuma def li ak li. Xanga lo non yeb ñaka gom sa bopa. So that is very important.
Yeah, because I lot of money nga gom sa bopa mo nek come. Personally, I have feel it. Rising Star Africa, I once performed there and I was dropped. And the judges, like, if they are watching, what they told me was like, the art that I am doing is nonsense, like X Miles and Jigen Bufaneka, you know. They said whatsoever I am doing is nonsense. I should, you know, quit and other stuff.
Hey.
So I was sad, but then I used that as a motivation, and today I am here. So if they said what I am doing is nonsense today, alhamdulillah, a lot of people are appreciating. It was 2 people. They were not happy with it, but now at least I have 10 people that are happy with my point. So that is it. You just have to believe in yourself, not what people tell you, you know.
Lola, comme ma wax nga yow so gomuton sa bopa. At that time, ga ñu wax la lool non rek da nga quit. Si ne quit da nga quit cause they not discriminate hanga su yoy non da nga quit. Lo non yep ñaka gom sa bopa daf ko lay mëna cause. So it is good that gom nga sa bopa yaangi ni aga nga fu nga xamante nit ñu bari poète yu bari ñu fi bëgg aga way aga ñu fofu nono. So lola rek gom sa bopa tamit is very important.
So
yeah.
So moy lolu dal da nga wara gom sa bopa and be original and don't listen to anybody that is trying to push you down. Just be yourself and you will get there.
Okay. Poète yeen ñi nga xamne ina ngi bëgg melni Fofana Kanyi wala ina ngi bëgg ama ñew ci place ba nga xamne Fofana Kanyi fofu la ñew té agangu leen fofu nonu gëm leen seen bopa comme nu ko waxé which is very important gëm leen seen bopa nga xam ni ngay def no matter what people say try nga gëm sa bopa it is very important. So like time bi nekkul sun side so dina allow rek nga def sa concluding remarks.
Yeah, tabulo timpa atema amuna fadi ay kuma dimba mala ay wule ay hili santo sisiyo bula ay budu lenkar la kumandi ay lenkaroke fonyo bula fotangala ay kumandi roke afo nyaran ko yen kayo kuma afo kintan dingole ko kintan bale nata woto bijan sakandi ntela mu ifam bondi nata ko kujawo doli bondi ka ku kendoli kuifi ka daji ka kendoli kendi woto kutubo sane safero ke ya janjandi ya kankula afoyin dala nata Fofana Kanyi jula geji bintam bolomba da dinkendo kuma kando nintonya kando fila nka malule balim buka sila watanta tonya mabala komi manyu nyada nsalen kena mandi ko denano too. For I am not that poet who is here to recite poem to earn fame. For poetry is not a game. To awake sleeping soul is what I aim. To free the people is the reason that Dinkendo have come. So tell the big bellies that I have arrived, that corruption must die, sincerity must live, love and unity must stand. So basically, viewers and people that are watching Jungle TV, I will urge you all to follow Jungle TV because they have been, you know, a house for talents, I followed you on YouTube. And yeah, so basically all of you should come here and support this TV because they are doing what the national TVs are not doing. So basically I will urge you all to come and support them and make sure follow all their social media handles so that we can make them grow. If they grow, all of us will grow because they are supporting talents, and that is the most important thing. And I will conclude with that.
Okay, thank you, Fofana Kanyi, and we are happy to have you here today on this story. Okay, mbokk yi ñun ñoo ko déggandoo gis ngeen kooku mooy Fofana Kanyi père bi nga xam ne he's so amazing cool hanga rek so try leen ngeen attend album launch bi so duñ def dara lu du bàyyi leen ba next week inshallah li leen ne amoon bye.